This is a lesson on the yogic locks. These are internal maneuvers that we use in yoga to essentially route the Kundalini life force up the central passageway through the spine and into the head. Now, these are internal mechanisms, internal applications of muscular contractions that are both physical and psychological. So, first of all, to understand the locks and to fully integrate what the locks are used for in the yoga practice, we go straight to the Kundalini Hatha Yoga Pradipika. This is the particular translation that I recommend. This is the translation by Michael Beloved, and the commentaries are really amazing. And so this one is available on Amazon, and it's also available on his website, michaelbeloved.com. So this is the text, the scriptural authoritative text that is our go-to for understanding how we apply these so-called locks. So over here, we see that the locks mean, in Sanskrit, they're called bandhas. Bandhas means like a seal or a restraint. Essentially, these are mystic arresting actions. This means that we take charge of the body's electrical box, which is found at the base of the spine, often called the Kundalini life force. And we take control of that electrical box in order to reroute electricity into the headspace for illumination, for transcendental events, for the development of insight, for the development of sattva, which is a state of clarity. And ultimately, we do these locks and we reroute this Kundalini life force for the sake of our own spiritual liberation. So as I said, these are both physical and mystic actions, physical and psychological actions. So let's first go through the primary 6 locks, starting with the root lock, the base lock, which is found essentially in the sphincter or the anus. And you know those muscles that you can pull upward to lift those muscles up. And then the second lock is the urinary muscle lock, where we can pull up on those urinary muscles just like we do to stop the flow of urine. So essentially these 2 locks together are that whole kind of perineum set of muscles that we lift upward. All the way up into the third lock, which is the abdominal lock. We lift the abdomen up and in. This is going to straighten the spine. Here's the spine represented here as the straight line. Up into the neck. Throat lock, where the chin comes inward, not downward, but inward. And then we move up into the eye locks, where the eyes roll up and inward, up into the head. And like a magnetic force almost, the eyes draw that Kundalini life force straight up into the center of the head, where we find a very important lock, the mind lock. The mind pulls that energy, directs it, routes it into the head center so that the core self can have this objective, illuminated, transcendental event. Now, these are the primary 6 locks, but these aren't the only locks that an advanced yogi or yogini will develop. Actually, eventually, the whole body is going to participate and cooperate with sustained practice, with regular practice, and with regular pranayama and pratyahara. The whole body will figure out how it can contribute to this effort that these first essential elementary locks have been making. The whole body figures out that it can help out. So different muscles will contribute in different ways, and you'll watch this happen over the course of your practice. So eventually, as you're lifting Kundalini and you're practicing Kundalini yoga, you'll notice that your whole body becomes a lock itself. So what do the locks do? First of all, on a very fundamental level, they stabilize any posture, and they also strengthen internally the body's deep muscle systems. They also route the Kundalini life force up the central channel. So the locks can be thought of almost like braces for the spine. They set the spine in place so that it is in that particular shape that is essential for the Kundalini to rise easily and safely up into the head. And the locks are going to keep you from fainting. So when you start raising Kundalini for real, there's a tendency that people have at the beginning to faint or to lose consciousness. And that's because they're not used to holding the locks to restrain the Kundalini. And the Kundalini will basically knock them out of their body. So we hold those locks to stay in the body. We stay determined and we remain in the body for the duration of the event. And we watch the whole thing and experience the whole thing without losing consciousness. If you want to know more about me and my lessons, you can visit my website at inselfyoga.net. If you'd like to order Michael's books or join his forum, please visit inselfyoga.com or michaelbeloved.com. If you would like to order any of my books here, I have Kundalini Yoga, Home Practice, Sun Gazing, and Core Self-Discovery, all available on Amazon. If you have any questions about the locks, please leave your questions in the comments or send me an email. Thank you.